Hey, what's up guys? So today I've got with me the TAGG Loop Bluetooth speaker. So yes, it's a wireless speaker from TAGG, and it's got a number of features which I'm really a big fan of. So I had quite a number of requests coming in to review this, but unfortunately this episode is not a review. This is just going to be a unboxing of sorts and a first impression of the sound quality. The review will come in a later episode. So yeah, not a review, just a first impressions video of the sound quality. So very quickly, let's just check what we get. Okay, so if you want, you can pause it right here and check out its specs, but I'm going to read it out to you. So it's got a playtime of 4 hours, standby time of 18 hours, and it takes 2.5 hours to charge it completely. Alright, so it's got volume controls and a mode button. It's got a 2400 milliamp battery, so quite a big capacity, and this probably does let you charge your smartphone or whatever, some other device using its inbuilt battery. So it's kind of like a power bank, a small capacity power bank, but should be good enough to at least give your phone a decent amount of charge in emergency situations. Okay, so it does have FM and USB port, so that's always good, and it is a 16 watt speaker. So two units, 8 watt RMS each, so 16 watt, which is pretty decent for a Bluetooth speaker. So let's take this out. I'm always confused which side you take it out from. Okay. There we go. Let's turn it this side. Alright, we're greeted with a box. This, I'm sure, contains, yep, the manual. So here we have, they've been kind enough to give us a USB to micro USB for charging, an aux cable, so you can plug it in from some external sound source. Always good to have these. And a user manual, which I shall never read. But yes, just to confirm, it's got Bluetooth version 4. So if you want, you can just pause it here and read the specs. So it's not the latest Bluetooth version, which is I think 4.2 or above with most speakers, but that shouldn't bother you. So yes, I was right, two 8 watt driver units inside. So total of 16 watt RMS, which should be pretty loud. Okay, so it's got a charging time of 2 to 3 hours and microphone talking range 3 to 100 centimeters. So that's pretty standard. Okay, the rest we'll figure out as we unbox. Okay, putting this to the side. Alright, here we are. The TAGG Loop Bluetooth speaker. Feels nice. Feels almost premium, although this is not metal, it is plastic, but still good because it's matte finish, nothing glossy and cheap. So you've got your tactile buttons here, very clicky. So play, pause, play, pause, volume down, volume up, and the mode change button. So all your controls on the top. Very clicky and tactile buttons, I always like that. Metal grill over here with the TAGG logo. This is the front side, houses the 2 driver units here and here. On the back we also have a metal grill, and I'm sure, or at least I have a hunch, that this houses the passive bass radiators. So quite similar to the Both Stone 700, which had the main driver units in the front for the highs and mids, and the back had the passive radiators to produce the bass. So we'll have to check that out when we do the sound test. So on the back we have the on-off sliding switch, a micro USB port for charging this device, USB port. So yeah, a USB full of your favorite songs, plug it in and listen to it. Also, you can plug in your charging cable and plug it in here, and it should charge your phone. And over here we have the micro SD card slot and the aux port. And there is a tiny hole over here which could be either the microphone or it could be the LED light. I'm guessing it's the LED light because the microphone usually is housed at the center here. So, okay. And at the bottom we have sort of a plate which should keep the speaker from moving about when it produces those low notes or the bass. Okay, let's turn this on.
Bluetooth mode.
Okay, so it also does some talking. Bluetooth mode. And over here, yes, I was right. It does have a LED, a white LED right here. So now I'm going to quickly pair it with my phone. Let's see. I don't know what name it's going to come up as. So, okay, TAGG loop. So I'm connecting. All right. So yeah, TAGG loop. So let's do a sound test, guys, and let's see if I was right about main units being here and the passive bass radiators being at the back. Let's do this. I'm going to play the usual tracks, which I do because YouTube really takes copyright claims seriously, so I don't want to get caught in the middle of any of that. All right, here we go. I'm going to increase the volume. So it's at full volume on my phone. Let me long press this. Okay. So that beep means it's at full volume. Pretty intuitive up till now. The sound, well, first impressions, very good, very good sound, no complaints whatsoever. This was at max volume from the device itself and my phone, no distortion whatsoever, so very impressed with that. Mainly, I would say 95% of the sound, including most of the bass, surprisingly comes out from this end, although the back does produce a bit of the bass because I'm sure the bass radiators are here, which is why they've also put a metal grill on this side. But surprisingly, with the both Stone 700, there was a bit of the mids which were leaked from the back as well. As for this, only the low notes, and I mean only the bass comes out from the back, but the bass is also very prevalent from the front. So I was fearing that one of my gripes, as I keep stating, is that with speakers who choose a design choice like this, with the front producing the mid and the highs and the back producing the bass, you are always getting, like if you're sitting in front, like if this is where you're sitting in front, you're going to get, well, a very sharp and rich sound, but maybe you will get a bit less of the bass. But with a cylindrical speaker like that of the Portronic sound drum, you get a 360-degree sound experience, which I always prefer, because that means you can sit on any side and get the same sound experience. But with usually such a design choice, you get, you know, you kind of make a choice, but more often than not, you will be sitting on the front of the speaker, because this is where you get almost 90% of the sound spectrum. But with this, I should say that I am impressed with the fact that the bass, the mid and the high all are produced from the front, and a bit of the bass from the back, but nothing so much that you are going to have to choose between the bass and the highs and mids. So a good first impression, definitely. As for a 16-watt speaker, I would have expected this to be a tad bit louder, but I'm guessing this sounds about as loud as the Boat Stone 700. And yes guys, definitely a comparison between the TAGG loop and the Boat Stone 700 is coming up, because both have a number of similarities and also a number of key differences. But coming to the price point, this retails for $22.99, so that's almost 2,300 bucks, and that is almost the same as what the Boat Stone 700 also retails. So it's going to be a good comparison, so stay tuned for that. Do subscribe so that you do not miss that video, because it will help you make that choice. There are a few advantages to this, there are also a few advantages to the Boat Stone 700, but yeah, we'll leave that for another video. As for this first impressions, I would give it a 8 on 10. Actually no, I'm being too lenient. I'd give it a 7.5. Mind you, this is not the final review. The final review is going to come up once I've thoroughly tested this for a few days, and then I'm going to give you my final full review as to how this performs on a daily basis. And then we are going to do the comparisons as well. So stay tuned for a comparison with this Portronic sound drum, the Boat Stone 700, and maybe the Boat Stone 600 as well. So those videos are going to be lined up pretty soon, guys. Stay tuned for that. First impressions, yes, it is a good speaker. So if you guys ask me, should I get this just based on your first impression? Yes, I would. I mean, I would never say no, because it's got a very good build, feels really, really nice, and that matte finish, not too heavy, not too light. But if you would be considering other speakers of the same budget, then this would be a contender, because it is a 16-watt speaker, or so it claims, while the rest are mainly 10 to 12-watt speaker. And yeah, you got a number of features here as well. So in the review, I will also do a review of the FM quality and the USB mode back here, and also whether it does charge smartphones or not. So stay tuned for that. Anyway guys, that's been my first impressions of the TAGG loop. All right, first impressions have been solid. Let's just hope it lives up to that for the rest of the review. And do subscribe to PureCast 9 so that you do not miss that video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.